Now, as we just detailed, a lot of questions about environmental issues, water, energy, raising the question of whether AI entities are being fully transparent when facing these questions. What's your take on this?
Well, I think the new data point that just came out that's gotten a lot of attention, several different sources have said that a single AI data query can take 0.34 watt hours per query. Now that's hard to conceptualize. What does that mean exactly? It's almost easier if you bundle that up. The reality is there are over 5 billion smartphones. There are 21 billion connected devices. And across the globe, people are making 278,000 AI data queries per second. That comes out to over a billion AI data queries every hour. So if you bundle up 0.34 watt hours per query, it is a massive amount of energy. And the huge consumption, the one that the stories leading to this are talking about, is the consumption of the AI data centers and how much energy they are consuming to answer all of these queries. And the reality is the newest and largest data centers, the gigawatt data centers, are using a single data center will use enough power to power 1 million homes for a year, or to power both the cities of San Francisco and Seattle simultaneously. So it's massive amounts of energy.
Wow, that is really sobering. And I want to talk more about the data centers in just a second. But Google and Microsoft, their emissions have surged since 2019. Now we know why, largely due to AI. How are they reconciling this with their climate goals that they've talked about?
Now, I would say Google and Microsoft, OpenAI, Oracle, they're very conscious of the environmental footprint that they're making. And so as they are building these new data centers, you really can't find a local grid that can support the energy use needed to support this type of AI growth. And so most of these major companies are looking at building their own power capacity along with their AI data centers. And most of them are looking first to renewable energy. Can they put in a solar farm? Can they use a wind farm? Can they use biomass to generate bioenergy? And so they are looking to do that first, and that definitely helps. But the reality is the growing energy demand is so massive that it is beyond what we can address with just renewable energy. The world currently produces about 26 terawatts of energy, which is a massive amount. But over the next 20 years, based largely on the growth of AI, we're going to have to reach 50 terawatts in the next 20 years. If we take all the renewables out there, and you can include solar in that, I'm sorry, you can include nuclear in that. If we were to triple all of those, it doesn't get us to 50 terawatts. We are going to have to continue to use liquid natural gas, coal. We're going to have to use these fossil fuels in order to reach the energy demand. So it's really going to be that there is no single bullet to solve this. It's really all of the above type of answer.
Yeah, and I kind of want to tear into that just a bit more. As you mentioned, there's not enough solar, wind power to do the job. So companies are looking in large part now to these small nuclear entities. Everyone wants the benefits of AI, but nobody wants in my backyard, thus the saying NIMBY. So how are people going to move forward with this? Because AI isn't going away.
Well, there are a couple of different options, and we've certainly seen articles there. They are opening some of the older nuclear plants, and certainly communities are concerned about that, as we don't have a great track record as a globe with the older nuclear plants. There are other nuclear options. There are new mini and micro reactors. There are new molten salt reactors, which are much safer. They're much smaller. A single micro nuclear plant can fuel an entire AI data center. And in fact, if you put in one of these mini or micro reactors at an AI site, there's often enough excess energy to provide energy back into the grid to actually lower the energy costs for the local communities. So that's exciting. I think another even more exciting development is nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion, if there is a silver bullet out there that really opens up an abundant energy future, it's nuclear fusion. And there's a ton of research going on. There's one particular company, Helion, which is just signed a deal with Microsoft. They're building a fusion reactor to power one of Microsoft's new AI data centers. And the really exciting part about that is it doesn't require nuclear ignition. They actually agitate the material, and then they capture the electricity with magnetic fields, which allows them to capture net positive power without ever actually reaching nuclear ignition. So it makes it much safer. I know it sounds like crazy space science stuff,
I
but
get
it's
it.
happening, it's real, and that really could be a key that opens up limitless energy for humanity.